Hey guys, welcome to an early episode of WWE here on the DarkMatch. I am the Revolver Man.
I'm Duo's Angel.
I'm the arrow. Dun dun dun.
Teefus.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm
So
playing.
I'm playing Arkham Asylum because I'm not professional.
There's no, you don't understand, dude. There's lives at stake here. I only got one man's left.
Oh my god.
Well, shit.
But
Use a save file.
mans?
A save
Fans,
file.
man.
Yeah, people
Fans.
literally say that.
Somebody's watching few too many shorty LPs.
No, that's a gaming industry term. It's an industry term.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Shut up.
People actually
Anyway, fine. Okay, it's on pause. You know what? Fuck you guys. It's on pause. I'm letting people wait to save their lives. Okay, so we can do the show. God, I can't even fight crime in this city anymore. All right.
What city would that be?
Gotham, you jackass.
Well, I realized I was in Gotham City.
Okay.
Glad I
All right.
just run.
Okay, Arrow. You want me to just read the tweet? Iron Sheik tweet. Is that what you guys want? Okay, Iron Sheik tweet, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm in the danger zone.
God damn it, No Leaf.
I knew that was coming. I was just waiting for it. Anyway. Anyone who know the Shiki, baby, know that I do not fucking waste my time on the bullshit. If I see Joe Cap, I kill that motherfucker.
BC Lions won the Grey Cup. Woo!
No one cares about Canadian football, you
Football.
jackass.
Shit. Fuck football.
Go somewhere else with that 3-down shit.
That's only because of
Down? Seriously?
Americans need 4 times to do it right. Canadians only need
Actually,
3.
it's like 3 and then they punt.
Yeah.
So that means Canadians only need 2 times.
This is a wrestling podcast.
Well, Jules is right. Let's move on to probably gonna be the shortest Raw we're gonna do because I'm sure we got a lot to say about SmackDown coming up.
No, SmackDown.
Not really.
Nothing happened. I don't know why it would even aired. They could have just aired like dead air.
If only. If only.
Yeah.
Anyways, we start off Raw as we always do. Cole announcing
With a Tony Chimmel sex tape.
Yeah, he botched the finish. Hi-oh.
I'll botch your finish.
Why do people hate Tony Chimmel? I like Tony Chimmel. Better than Justin Roberts. Fuck that guy.
Anyways, we get hyping of CM Punk and Del Rio and the rematch happening later tonight.
Yay.
Yay.
Let's ask the fan. Is that a Wookiee impression? Okay, he's back.
Damn it, Chewbacca, get off my show.
Mega, fuck off. Get off my show.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
It seems all the clowns have come out tonight. Alright, anyway, we start Raw, Piper's Pit. Piper's main point, John Cena needs to tell the WWE Universe what he really thinks of them, but Cena is a little baby, and really, I'm never rattled. And that's like the whole storyline they're going for. That's John Cena, he's starting to get rattled because of Survivor Series and that crowd. And the funny thing I thought that Cena did bring up was that he brought up One Night Stand 06, where he faced Rob Van Dam in the Hammerstein Ballroom.
If Cena wins, we riot.
Oh, that was like the most tame of what they said.
That was like one banner. Are you kidding me?
That became the iconic banner, though, probably because it was the only one that was PG.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably because it's the only one that was any good.
Anyways,
I'm on TV, yeah!
I gotta say, because I had to watch Raw earlier today, pretty much almost immediately after waking up. This was a really boring way to start. It did not enthuse me to the rest of the show.
This really backfired on them because for some reason, I don't know what reason, Cena was so over in this crowd, and The Rock was hated.
well,
Like this was the town that wherever they were, I can't remember. This was the town that WWE wants everywhere. They hated The Rock. Well, I guess people like The Rock, but they really love John Cena. And then you could hear at one point the faintest boots to asses chant. It was like 10 guys, and it was like embarrassing.
Well, I think they really missed the boat with this John Cena's being rattled by the anti-Cena fans.
They missed the boat with this Piper's Pit, if you ask me.
Well, just going back, like, it's really become a bit of a joke now. Like, people boo Cena because they like Cena. This wasn't like 05, 06, where people wanted to see Cena fucking die in the ring, where he got real, X-Pac heat. Now it's almost cheering for him now, basically.
Yeah, well, even so, probably the biggest problem I had about this segment was that it was pretty obvious where it was going, and especially the big build-up to trying to get like a crowd of boos for Cena. It was kind of painfully telegraphed. So
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that, a lot of people may have just not wanted to go along with it. They weren't exactly being subtle.
The thing is, he goes down the list of like Hall of Famers. They go down the list of, Stone Cold, Bret Hart, whoever. They get the Cena, and he gets the massive pop. The thing is, Smarks, if you want to imply this was a smart crowd, I couldn't agree less. Because one, there was that stupid boots to asses chant that I mentioned. Two, it was a massive pop, like the entire building popped, not just like a small portion. This was a large contingent of the building, and it really just like this was a very pro Cena town, a very anti-Rock after this confrontations happened.
Who wants to bet that WWE going to start going to South Carolina a bit more often after that?
Well, maybe they can actually put Mae Young on TV. Instead of just a freaking .com clip. You haul an old lady out to a stadium just to put her on a .com clip.
Yep.
I mean, people love Mae Young anyway.
Mae Young.
They just love seeing an old crazy... People love seeing old people do things that are so out of character for what we think old people are like. Well, Mae Young has been portrayed as an old, crazy, raunchy bitch.
Let me
awesome.
have those sluts. I'll show them what's for.
And the saddest thing was that .com clip, like, it felt like her mind was fading. Like, it was very depressing to actually watch. The .com clip, if nobody saw it, it was basically, I think it was Zack Ryder talking to Eve, trying to get her phone number, he's trying to take her out after the show. And then he asked for her phone number, but she was not interested. She's like, I gotta dry my hair. And then Mae Young comes over, and she's just like, oh, hello. She just does her little Mae Young stuff, and then he's just like, she's just like, I'll take your phone number. He walks away like, oh, I love you, Mae Young, and then he like goes away. They do a little kind of sort of exchange, and then she's just like, phone number, and that's like all she hanged on. It's very depressing. Still love her though.
Well, as they've announced before, the new finisher for Mae Young is outliving the heat death of the universe, it seems.
Wow.
That wasn't dark at all. Fuck.
Yeah, you know what? She's still the only competitor in history to compete in 9 decades.
9 decades?
I think it's 9. Maybe it might be 7. Or 9. I mean, I think she's only like 80. I think I guess I could look it up real fast, but yeah, it's something like that. If she's over 90, because she started in the circus or something like that. She
was born in 1923.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, she's 88. So is it possible? It might be. I don't know. It's probably 7. Okay. But yeah, she's competed a long ass time.
Well, awesome as that is, we are getting way off track.
I don't know. This could be our Mae Young tribute show, so I'm fine with that.
You're gonna feel bad.
Anyway, Piper's Pit, it sucked, and Piper needs to learn how to button a shirt. Next segment.
Piper needs a new rug too. That hair looks bad.
Better than his old
He's
hair.
getting old. He's accepting it. First match, we got Miz John Morrison.
Oh, this was depressing.
I wonder who's going over in this match.
I didn't care for them. I'm not going to complain. I'm not complaining about it. It was just Miz doing a beatdown, essentially. Morrison still wanted to do the match after basically being on one leg. I don't... no words.
Yeah,
Bottom line, John Morrison is out for now, and John Laurinaitis on the .com basically said that John Morrison's contract wasn't getting renewed. I mean, granted, that was in like kayfabe, but it was weird for them to even mention his contract in general.
Maybe that's because they've accepted that everybody knows the Morrison Molina situation.
No, like casual fans don't know that. Casual fans do not know that, and I mean, granted, not many people even visit the .com, so.
Well, maybe they just assume anybody who visits WWE.com is basically a smart, so they can put that stuff up there.
Not everybody. Not everybody.
But yes, John Morrison has announced that. Oh, he did sign a 3-week extension to cover what.
Yeah, it was an extension deal to take him through November.
Yes, and now he's assuming that he has the standard no compete clause. We're going to see him in TNA in about a couple months.
90 days.
Oh, 3 months then.
And actually, it's not a no compete clause. It's a no compete on TV.
But yes, and
you can't be broadcast over a medium unless it's like audio.
I'd love to see TNA radio. I wouldn't have to see it then.
Yeah. So
no, because then they'd get away with putting more talking.
But we also
Vince Russo writes like 90-page scripts.
Melina would also like us to know that it was definitely not her fault or any influence of her own that ruined John Morrison's WWE career.
Absolutely not.
Also, Teefus stopped playing Arkham Asylum.
No.
Wait, you're seriously playing the game?
No.
Anyway,
No.
Next match.
No.
Bella Twins, Alicia Fox, and Kelly Kelly.
I love this
pointless.
match.
Pointless.
I watched this
match. This featured the greatest thing in all of Raw. It featured Natalya and Beth Phoenix running down, doing a lap around the ring, just casually jogging. For what reason, I do not know. I do not know where this is leading. I don't have a clue.
It was just them trying to distract whoever.
I love Michael Cole's reaction, and there's Beth and Natalya doing what I assume is a run-in.
Yeah, it's like, but it was fucking weird and pointless. The whole thing was pointless.
Especially since the faces won.
And it's not even like it accomplished anything.
Well, and if our listeners didn't know, the Bella Twins are back to being heels again.
They were faces?
Yes, they were for a time. Remember a couple weeks? Well, I guess they're just sluts for money.
I take off 1 month. I miss everything. I swear to fucking God.
Guys. Their official alignment was who gives a shit.
That's a very good way to put it.
Is like ring rat for guest host, but then the guest host thing stopped, and then so they actually had to be something. They started off as heels, then they became faces. Well, one went heel, and then one was face, and then they went face when they were associating with Zack Ryder and being all nice and shit. Now they're heels that they're trying to get all up in Alberto's groin region. So yeah.
I'm pretty sure Del Rio can do better than the Bella Twins, personally.
A lot of people can do better.
Who? Oh, Del Rio? Well, no doubt. He is a Mexican señorita. Back home.
So, do you think they're going to go through with the Del Rio is rich because he's a drug lord idea?
Absolutely not.
That, it's a little few too many.
First,
Well, he's feuding
make
with
people
CM
racist
Punk.
again. Secondly, that's not really all that PG.
Yeah, not PG, incredibly racist.
Like that stopped WWE before.
It stopped him in the PG era.
Fair enough. Anyways, after that match, I guess we get more hyping and vignettes and all that stuff. Del Rio, Punk, Sheamus does a little thing, and then we get Backlash's favorite wrestler. We get John Laurinaitis and David Otunga are talking to Brodus Clay.
They're not talking to him.
Well, no, John Laurinaitis had him on the phone, apparently.
On the phone. So basically, that just means Johnny Ace was talking to nobody. Because they're not going to literally call Brodus Clay during the show to have this conversation. Let's be honest here, people.
Well, that's assuming Brodus Clay knows how to work a phone.
Wow. King hit
Ow!
how to use a phone.
I don't like Brodus Clay.
What?
I've seen very, very little of him.
Thank you.
Brodus Clay's awesome.
At
He's
what?
awesome. Suplexing.
And
at being a human meteorite, because that's what he looks like whenever he comes
doing
out.
The Stinger Splash. And doing the Warrior Splash. And doing the punch and the kick.
And suplexing.
And have you even watched any of his NXT or Superstars matches?
yeah,
No.
they sucked.
He was facing local jobbers. Who cares? And no, I didn't think they sucked. Why'd they suck?
He just reminds me of a second-rate Taz, sans the attitude.
He's about 200 pounds heavier than Taz.
I was just about to say,
I mean,
he's
before
like,
Taz became a commentator.
he's heavier than when Taz became a commentator.
No, he's not. He's less than when Taz became a commentator. There's no way he weighs more than what Taz does now. Christ. Look at the man.
Oh my
I mean,
god.
sorry, man being generous. Look at the blob. I mean, let the pigeons loose.
Let's save that for Friday show. Anyways,
those T-bone suplexes must be a Brooklyn thing.
Oh my god.
this is
Anyway, Laurinaitis says, or Otunga tells him that he's like, well, why aren't you debuting Brodus? That's gonna make him mad. And Johnny Ace is like, exactly. I want him mad. So when he comes here, he rips it up like his theme song says so.
I don't know
Yeah,
about
you run
this.
with that excuse, guys.
Actually, you know, and the thing is, I'm just glad they actually decided to explain it. I want Brodus Clay to debut, like, now, because I was legitimately excited. I think if they wait, like, 2 more weeks, I'm not going to give a fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're already in the camp of don't give a fuck because you take months off. But I'm like, no days off, Darren. I mean, I guess I can't. That nickname doesn't work anymore because Darren Young took 30 days off for wellness policy suspension, and nobody watches NXT, so nobody's going to get it. But oh well. No
Honestly,
days off.
even if I had been watching, I know next to nothing about this guy other than the fact that Alberto Del Rio was the one who was like in charge of him during NXT. That's all I know. And
the thing is, he wasn't even his
he
original
was helping
pro.
him for a little while.
Brodus Clay earned him. Brodus Clay earned Alberto.
I earned
He
him.
earned him in a battle royal.
that sounds vaguely sexual.
No, it sounds like
Woohoo.
slavery.
Yeah.
It's like but the thing is, it turned it, he picked his master essentially.
Ow.
So much fan fiction it starts
And
Hey,
there.
that's
Backlash, you
not
still hate
vaguely
this guy?
sexual?
No, it's not.
No duos. No fan fiction.
I don't really see how fan fiction can be made here.
Out of wrestling, I try really hard not to think about that.
Yeah, I mean, there's enough.
Oh!
God damn it, Teefus.
Anyway,
Anyway.
Arkham City, if you're gonna say stuff like that.
we got.
I am playing Arkham City. Wait, no, I'm not. I didn't admit that. I can't prove anything.
Match of the night. Our top of the hour match. We got Ziggler, Orton.
And
You can't prove anything.
I have to admit, I was completely wrong about this match.
What were you wrong about?
The fact I thought Ziggler was going to be eaten, chewed up, and spit out by Orton, because that's what he
Oh no,
does.
Orton's been doing jobs lately.
Not enough, if you ask me.
Okay, you know what? It's just the start of him doing jobs. You gotta start somewhere. Okay, he lost. He lost on SmackDown. He lost at Survivor Series, and he just lost to Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, but he still ends up beating everybody up and acting like a fucking heel, which somehow gets over, which is something I will still never be able to understand.
Once we get to SmackDown, I will say something that will probably piss a few people off.
All right.
But anyway, this
Okay,
was the
so
best
when are you
match
going
of
to
the
tell
night.
us something new?
All right. Focus.
I am focused.
Petty squabbles after the show.
I am focused.
Yeah, on a video game.
You can't prove that.
Yeah, we can. We've been recording Pat before the show.
Anyway,
Anyway.
I thought this was a good match.
This is fantastic.
I was still a little zonked out, a little out of it at the time, but I definitely enjoyed Ziggler's victory celebration handstand.
You love the
Yeah,
headstand?
that was. I got a chuckle out of that because he seemed to be really enjoying himself.
I personally do like the headstands. They're working him into a newer gimmick, the show-offy character. And
a little bit of
I mean,
HBK.
if everyone noticed, I think it was like last week they changed his theme song from.
Again.
Well, actually, they didn't change his theme song. All they did was remove every mention to perfection.
So,
Which
well, I didn't even
means
notice.
that Michael McGillicuddy is coming back to relive his father's gimmick.
Mini Perfect.
Mini
Yeah,
perfect.
Imperfect Junior.
Mini junior.
And you know what leads me to believe this is because they believe, one, they've already dropped the ball with him.
No
Two,
shit.
Shut up.
No, I'm not saying that at you. I'm saying that at them.
Right. Anyway. Two. You made me lose my train of thought, asshole. Two. He's been off TV for how long?
At least 4 months, 5 maybe.
I mean, when did Air Boom win the titles?
Oh fuck, that was probably
SummerSlam?
yeah, SummerSlam. I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, because the tag titles weren't defended at Money in the Bank. That was the dark match with Santino and Kozlov. Rest in peace, Kozlov.
Hey, way to title drop there, buddy.
Anyway, so yeah, so it must have been SummerSlam. So that's been quite some time.
I have to add, I really like how goofy Dolph acts, but he's still mega over as a heel simply because Vicky's with him.
Hey, well, you know that you gotta use what you're given, and Dolph is great on the mic. He's great. He's finally got some era of confidence and swagger to him. It's great.
He's
not to be confused with being paired with Swagger as a sort of tag team. He has swagger. Swagger does not have swagger.
It should be really noted that it's nice that he's really gone away from that one time when they made him cut his hair and he almost quit.
It was like
I do not understand why they made him do that.
Like
Vince saw a picture of Riley Pierce and thought, "Damn, that looks really good. We could do that with his brother."
Oh, Jesus.
Anyways, more hyping the WWE title match, which I guess is to be expected.
Why do you need to talk about that?
Okay.
I'm just saying. We're just going down the card. We're not advertising for the main event.
Okay.
We're talking about what they talked about, and they talked about that, so we're talking about it.
We recap briefly, usually.
It's not going to be brief when we mention the crap out of it. Zack Ryder, Jack Swagger. Quick little match. Swagger is dropping stock more and more and more.
Remember when he was heavyweight champion for 3 months?
I don't think it was 3 months. Yeah, it was. Fuck. Jesus Christ.
Cheese
Yeah,
and
he
crackers.
lost the fatal four-way to Ray. Shit.
I am honestly surprised they did not make him be the first Money in the Bank to lose, because they have to
No, they
eventually.
believed in him.
Because I don't think they're going to do it to Daniel Bryan, but they have to pull their trigger on that sometime soon.
I think doing it with Daniel Bryan would be the worst thing ever. I think anyone who like be the first to lose their Money in the Bank probably should have already been champ at one point, or is a second time Money in the Bank winner.
Yeah, I
Because
think
they've
that's really
already
the
been
only way to do it
because
without
you've
making
already
someone
been
feel like shit.
established. If you win Money in the Bank, I mean, firstly, that's basically wasting like a title opportunity that somebody has on like a guy you're trying to bring up. But if it's the second time they won Money in the Bank, they're already established.
True.
You're not killing them.
True. Although, the Caval thing kind of reminded me of the Caval thing when he won NXT. Ignoring the fact he disappeared almost immediately and he asked to be let go. He had his title shot be spent on the Intercontinental title. I'm worried that there's going to be a Money in the Bank where the guy goes, "I want the U.S. title,"
It's a distinct possibility.
and that's how they're going to do the loss.
That's what
Because
would have happened if Eugene won a Money in the Bank.
oh God, Eugene.
Or maybe a Santino. Or maybe a Hornswoggle. I don't know about Hornswoggle.
Remember
I mean,
when?
granted, I don't know why Hornswoggle would be in a Money in the Bank in the first place. That'd just be a waste of an entrant.
Well, remember when Santino looked like he was going to win the Royal Rumble this year?
Yeah, I didn't believe that for a second, though.
Fair.
Oh,
I
don't
was
tell
like,
me you
"You're not
didn't
gonna
believe
do
that
this."
for a second, because that was freaking awesome. Don't tell me you didn't believe that.
Why would that be awesome? That would have ruined their main event for WrestleMania, which actually went on.
No,
for
that was so cool though that they trolled everybody like that.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody was like,
The
"Oh,
thing is, if you were fooled by that, then shame on you.
You are such a spoil sport. You know you thought it was awesome.
No, I didn't, because I knew Santino hadn't been eliminated. When I was watching the Royal Rumble, I had noticed that I'm not even lying here.
guys,
Wait,
you got to
wait to say
realize
it.
we're
Sorry, Ryder wins with a Rough Rider.
we're evolving from a dark match on a normal pay-per-view to the dark match on the WrestleMania, which is always a clusterfuck, over-the-top battle royale.
There's no documented proof of that.
Wait, no, it's been on Coliseum video a few times.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Ryder wins. Everyone's happy.
Start playing TF2.
We
Yes.
get a recap of Piper's Pit.
woohoo! Recaps. What we saw 45 minutes ago.
Yes.
I'm excited.
They do that because some people only tune in after the 9 o'clock hour.
Yeah, well, those people are dumb.
Anyways, we also got Mick Foley, Santa style, promoting tomorrow's SmackDown.
In rhyme.
He did rhyme. He did.
It was fine.
And then what?
The title match?
Yeah.
Maybe that kind
Yeah.
of that minor thing within this gigantic company?
Actually, no, the title match was actually pretty fucking good.
Yeah, it was.
Well, what's
And finally, it's the
Except
main.
I do have one. I have one complaint about it.
Title match. What's next?
What's your complaint? What are you gonna bitch about?
No, I legitimately am trying to keep up.
The reason you're even on the show is for the Divas segment on SmackDown.
I'm gonna disappoint you.
Oh,
Sorry.
you're not gonna climb a pole?
They didn't even climb the pole.
I know, right?
No.
But we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Fucking WWE title match. This was really good. Which, thank God, because the rest was just varying levels of okay and whatever.
Time
You say you
waste.
had a complaint about the match?
I do. It's very minor and nitpicky.
What
Well-
was it?
The ending.
What was wrong with it?
I think because when it gets to the point where Del Rio is trying to get CM Punk disqualified, because the stipulation was if Punk gets intentionally disqualified.
No, if he just gets disqualified.
No, they said intentionally.
It doesn't mean anything if he's just disqualified.
I know,
Yeah, but the big
I know
problem,
what they were trying to go for. They just didn't do it.
the big problem with that Arrow, you said it was any kind of disqualification.
Uh-huh.
Why didn't Ricardo Rodriguez immediately jump to the ring, tap Del Rio on the shoulder, get the DQ, and Del Rio's the champ?
See, that's what I mean by they were stressing it was intentional disqualification. That wouldn't have counted. Because that would have obviously been
action.
that would have been obviously Del Rio trying to take advantage of it.
I think the reason it had maybe you are onto something with the intentional thing. I think it had to be by Punk's action.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what it was.
makes a bit
It
more
had to be
sense.
Punk.
Because if it was just any DQ, then Ricardo could have done that with no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, they stressed the intentional because they said every time.
There's a lot of things in wrestling that are like that where if you really think things through, instead of just what they're emphasizing at the time, the stipulation of the rule that they're trying to stress doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you have to go to the Library of Congress to look up the rules of wrestling for that kind of stuff.
I always have a problem when it comes to no DQ matches from you guys remember when Stone Cold was feuding with Rikishi over him being hit by the car?
Yeah, I do.
For the Rock?
I should, but I don't.
But yeah, so Mick Foley offered, instead of just, trying to kill Rikishi right then and now, he offered him the no DQ match, and then it was announced that anything he would have done to him was legal. So if that's the case, why doesn't some heel walk in with a taser in a no DQ match and just zap the fuck out of whoever they're fighting?
Or a gun.
Actually, Austin did that, but he fired a net out of it and hit Nash. And it was so badly telegraphed.
But anyway.
As Nash was taunting Austin while he was trying to pull it out of his pants, the other two guys ducked. And then all of a sudden Nash yells, "Look out, he's got a gun!" And then just turns away and covers his face instead of
I'm just
out
talking
of the
about
way.
Brian Pillman.
Yeah.
But anyway, this match, to try and take advantage of that, Del Rio goes and he starts trying to expose a top turnbuckle. Ref sees him. He goes to tie it back up.
Lil Nate.
Huh?
Lil Nate.
Lil Nate.
That's the ref.
Charles Robinson.
Oh.
It's Lil Nate.
Former SmackDown senior referee.
Ah.
Now they don't.
Okay.
Now they don't change. Now they don't brand the refs.
Former WCW senior referee is too.
That too.
Anyway.
Better than Teddy Long. Charles Robinson should be GM.
And former personal assistant.
He wouldn't make shitty decisions like the Money in the Bank rules or.
Okay.
Okay. We need to wrap this up. We have a whole nother show to cover.
One of these days we're gonna just have to have a Arrow ranting hour.
Anyway.
So, what do you think of X? And just 2 hours later, like, oh, that was interesting.
You're not helping.
just saying. It would be good. It would be a good show. I'd watch it.
And we still have SmackDown to do, and that one's gonna be even better.
Short.
Ref is distracted. Ricardo slides in a chair. And instead of actually attacking Punk with it, Alberto just smacks it on the ground and then throws it to him, trying to get him caught. Punk, being smart, throws it right the fuck back and drops. Pretends that he's been hit. Here. Yeah, pretends he's been hit. Ref goes to DQ Del Rio once he seemingly sees all this go. He thinks that he's cheated. and then Punk goes for a roll-up, and that would have been... I think that would have been a better way to end it. Because that was really fucking funny.
No.
But no, they keep going, and they use the turnbuckle.
GTS on the turnbuckle, the exposed turnbuckle.
I don't know, it's nitpicky and personal preference. I admit that. I don't think it's necessarily bad. I just thought it was just a smidge too
You
much.
wanted a roll-up victory?
Mostly because it would have been funny.
Wow.
Sometimes roll-ups
somewhere Jenkins
do
is very-
serve a purpose.
The only type of roll-up I want to see is a fruit roll-up.
I knew you were gonna say that, and I was just like,
Oh my god.
no, I'm just gonna let him make the bad joke.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
I know Backlash somewhere Genghis is screaming and he doesn't know why. I'll apologize when he gets back.
Why am I on this show?
He needs a new computer. Anyway, so needless to say, CM Punk retains because, yeah, they're really going to change the title on TV. This isn't
They've done
TNA.
They've done it before.
Just
I
a couple
think
weeks
Foley
ago.
won his title.
Yeah, someone's paying attention. Let's all yell at Teefus for playing video games and not paying attention. We don't even remember the last time the title changed hands, now do we? No. Let's just give Teefus a hard time for not paying attention.
Shut up, Teefus.
At least I have watched the show we're supposed to review.
In August. This is such a bad idea.
Anyway, so
All I hear is a bunch of Canadian crying.
final thoughts on this match or Raw overall?
What's your real name, Revolver Man? Bret
Best
Hart?
Raw in weeks.
I'm sorry, what arrow?
Best Raw in weeks.
Oh, that's depressing.
That's sad.
Don't watch the last 2 weeks of Raw.
I'd say it's par for the course.
This was a 5.5 out of 10 Raw.
Oh, it was better than
You know
that.
what's
It
really
was a
sad?
little better than that, but it was fairly average. But
I'd
at least
say-
we got
I'd
at
say,
least we
I'd
got a
say-
good main event.
Somewhere between a 7.5, 8.5, so I'm going to just go average it out to 8.
Yeah, this
Are
was
you
like an-
serious?
What was
No!
bad?
I'm just playing Arkham City.
Huh.
This gets defensive about
bad
this
about
video
this
game
game?
playing, ladies and gentlemen.
What did you hate about this? What could your special education mind hate about this?
Anything. That's why it got a 5.5. Forgive me for assuming 5 is average on a scale of 10.
But everyone knows 5 is the new 0.
Let's move on. WWE SmackDown Super Show.
Do we have to? Do we have to? They don't need to know. They don't want to know. If they wanted to know, they would have watched it.
That's the reason we're doing the show tonight instead of Saturday.
SmackDown.
You know,
It was a
Saturday,
live
you could've got
holiday
the screen
special.
today.
Silence.
Are they always like this?
No.
I honestly do not remember ever seeing a holiday special, which is weird.
In November,
Yeah,
Yeah,
what the fuck was it? Why are we having our Christmas special in November?
Are they going to do a?
because
Yeah,
Foley
they have
really
Thanksgiving.
fucking loves the holidays.
Are they
You
going to
know,
do
you know what? You know what? No,
One week.
know
Just
exactly
wait
what it-
one fucking week.
I know exactly what it was. It's because
What?
TNA had the Thanksgiving Day show, and they did such a shitty job. WWE's like, hey, let's troll them. Let's throw a pole match in there too. Fuck them.
Say that about
Let's steal their bread and butter. Let's throw the divas in a pole match. Want to do a match for their divas on a holiday special? Let's do one for ours.
Why didn't I think of this?
Exactly.
mistletoe on a pole.
And all the divas are operating under the consensus that the winner gets a Divas title match. But we'll get to that because we got an opening promo here
That's
first.
because of Foley's vague
I know.
language.
And that's what we're getting into now. Mick Foley comes out, just as creepy hobo Santa.
No,
He could have
that
at least
was
powdered his
serial-
fucking beard.
That was serial killer Santa Claus, not hobo Santa Claus.
No, he was hobo Santa. Serial killer Santa would be Goldberg.
Well, it has been done. Quite literally.
Yeah. The point is though, and someone said this last night, it's really a bad idea to dress the guy who wrote a book about someone molesting a kid up as Santa Claus. Because you know the old adage, write what you know about.
He wrote a book about molesting a kid.
About yeah, Anton Brown.
I do not remember that book.
We're talking about Mick Foley here, aren't we?
Yeah, it was his first novel.
Oh, I thought all his books were about him.
No, he wrote a couple novels in there.
Oh.
I know
Nobody knows
his
about
books.
that. Nobody talks about that.
It was a bestseller.
I don't care what the New York Times says. That didn't sell to me. Books.
I've never even fucking heard of it, but I've
Look
probably
it
heard
up,
most of
because
the bestsellers.
It's about a kid who gets molested by, I think it was his coach.
Antoine
Yeah.
Fisher?
Sure.
No, it's different.
You know,
Anyway, enough about Foley's literature. We're talking about his language here.
You have a point, Teefus.
You know,
Don't worry.
if y'all were up on your references, that joke would have been funny. That's all.
You know what? Let the audience worry about which jokes are funny.
But they won't know
Try
to laugh. You don't
to-
laugh at my jokes.
Who are you, Vince fucking McMahon?
Anyway,
That's how you do a reference.
Foley comes out dressed as Santa Claus, and he points out that Christmas is still 4 weeks away. But he talks about the matches tonight. They got the world title match in a steel cage, and he also announces a street fight and a battle royal.
Miracle on 34th Street Fight.
Ooh, that clever word play by Foley.
There's a reason. The reason.
But it was a themed street fight.
Yeah. Anyway, he announces that the winner of the battle royal will get their special holiday wish granted by Santa. And he also promised Michael Cole tonight, but Cole's legal team got him. He also promised no Michael Cole tonight, but Cole threatened to sue and all this crazy shit. So Foley brings out Michael Cole, and he's dressed as Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. This was actually pretty damn amusing.
Yeah.
The tie is what tied it all together.
It did. It really did. Because he's got a
Because-
detachable hood and a little red nose and everything.
And he just decided to throw a fucking tie on there.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
you
then
gotta
He's a
look
professional. He's a professional, like
then
me.
Josh Matthews
You gotta
said
respect
Will Ferrell.
the dress code is very strict. You need the tie in WWE.
Yeah. Otherwise, Daniel Bryan can't choke you and get fired.
Did Josh Matthews have a tie? Oh wait, he never has a tie.
Yeah. Anyway, Cole makes his way out to the desk like Arrow has been trying to say, but he's been talked over. And you see Josh Matthews sitting there dressed like an elf.
Dressed like
And-
Will Ferrell in Elf.
Yeah.
Like, exactly.
Yeah. He's Buddy the Elf. And
Except for
you might as well
the-
think his name's
no,
Buddy.
the weirdest thing about this costume, I have to say the weirdest thing about this costume is that he had elf ears, and he put them on over the head or under the headphones.
Well, if they just somehow attach to the outside, then
They looked like they over-covered his ears, though.
Meh.
I didn't get this.
The big
That
point
has
is
to be uncomfortable.
the big point is as goofy as Michael Cole looked, Josh Matthews took the cake.
He looked
Yeah.
way too comfortable.
Yeah.
is my problem with that. He looked like he was happy.
And then Foley brings out Booker T, who's also dressed as Santa Claus. And who was it that called him something special in this group? Someone called him something special. They called him Blanta.
Oh.
I'm so glad I missed that.
Yeah.
Oh, also, you know what really pissed me off was that Vince made Josh Matthews make a fat comment about Foley in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. To be fair, though, Mick Foley probably would have made it about himself.
It's
True.
one thing to make fun of yourself, but the thing is, they were constantly pounding it in. Mick Foley's fat. Mick Foley's fat. Let's make fun of him. He's always been fat.
Well, they can't do it to Vicky Guerrero anymore. Who else are they going to do it to?
How How about just don't do it?
You, sir, are un-American.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you know who else is fat? Big Show. Big
Yeah,
Show's
no,
a
what?
fat
No,
piece
just move
of
to
shit.
Canada because you are so un-American with that kind of attitude.
Really?
No.
Oh.
Moving on, please.
Fully
Santa's
brings
Little
out.
Helper match. Bella Twins, Tamina.
No, we're not there yet.
I vote
Yeah,
to
we're
deep
there.
six the show. Who's
No, we
with
got.
me?
I don't want to talk about the stupid Spinneroonie.
Oh, come on.
It happened.
Booker T dressed as Santa did a spin-a-rooney. Okay, moving on.
But Cody came out, so I guess that is important. Cody came out
Yeah,
and said he's
yeah.
wasting everyone's. No,
What
shut up. You
the
wanted to
fuck?
talk about the stupid Spinneroonie. You didn't want to talk about Cody.
It was a lead-in.
No, it wasn't. It was an unintentional. You just wanted to talk about Booker T being dressed like a buffoon.
It's chronological.
Anyway, Cody's talking about how people are like him are wasting time of talented performers like Cody. And that Booker T is jealous that he will never see championship gold like Cody has. Then Mick Foley books a match for later tonight.
I like that comment because wasn't Booker T's gimmick before he came back to be an announcer to be the six-time champion?
Yeah, but he's too old now. That's
Foley
what
actually
Cody's
tried
saying.
to bring that up, and Cody interrupted him.
That's why you all love Cody. Anyways,
Anyway,
Business
Santa's
history?
Little Helper match. All them divas, even Maxine,
Yeah, we got
got into a
Nikki, Brie, Tamina,
mistletoe
Natalia,
on a-
Kelly, Rosa, Alicia, Caitlin, Oksana, and some other divas.
We don't need all their names.
yeah, they're just women. We don't need their names.
You know the recap I'm using? It lists like 12. It lists like 7 of them, and then says some other divas.
Yeah, we're all using
Yeah.
that one. That's what I just read verbatim.
I'm not using the one you're using though.
Arrow has a point though. It doesn't fucking matter. This was all over before I even realized who was
It
there.
was
Who
2
the fuck are
minutes.
you people now? The Rock? This is important
I'm the
history.
Oh my god.
This was a short match, and we could have gone without it.
No,
Yeah.
it was needed. It was needed. Got them all their paydays.
So,
It justified flying Oksana out from FCW again.
And this also is an example of how you do a women's wrestling match, have them dress up in themed costumes, but not have it trashy.
bullshit, it wasn't trashy.
It wasn't trashy. Okay, by comparison.
I don't know. Oksana.
Considering how most of them have their ring gear to begin with, not that much of a difference. In fact, some
Yeah.
of them were technically wearing more because they were all pretty much in dresses, I believe.
Yeah,
They were
but
doing an impact.
And they weren't trying to emphasize that, hey, you can see their underwear. Like that other show that did a holiday show recently.
yeah, but WWE has the advantage that the camera never goes spelunking in the divas' assholes, unlike that other show.
True.
I don't think that's so much an advantage, so much as that's them choosing not to use their camera capabilities. It's not that hard to shove a lens in some of those orifices. Thank you very much.
Okay.
He's obviously speaking from experience. Next match.
Hey, when you have to save lives,
Well, no. We forgot the best part.
you didn't see that side
You
mission
see,
in RBC, did you?
They thought they were trying to win an opportunity at a title match, but no. Brie Bella, who got the fucking mistletoe off the pole,
After
won
tripping her
the
sister face first into the turnbuckle, mind you, that was pretty funny.
I thought no. Okay, here's. I thought what happened was she just used her. They like, I guess used twin logic and just said, okay, Brie, you're gonna win this. So she stepped up on her back.
No,
I thought it was teamwork, not. I thought it was teamwork rather than like chicanery.
No, Nikki was going for it, and Brie tripped her right at the last second and tripped her face first into the second turnbuckle. Then Brie climbed up.
Mostly focused on the left side of the ring anyway, because that's where most action was.
But Brie grabbed the. Anyway, I'm trying to explain what happened. Thank you, sir.
I got it. One of them tripped, then uses a step ladder. And next match. This was a weird match.
Oh no! I'm fucking saying this. I'm not as angry as I
Arrow,
was.
you cannot rush past this.
What?
This happened on the show. We're reviewing the show. We're talking about what happened.
Sorry. Okay, sorry. I missed the reward.
The
Yeah,
fucking
About the
reward was that she gets to kiss the superstar of her choice.
It's gonna
She
be
has
Del
until
Rio.
Christmas to.
It's gonna be
cash
Del
it in.
Rio for one thing.
She has until Christmas to cash it in. By the way,
Wow.
mistletoe in the bank.
I'm not as angry about this as I was.
No, smooches in the bank. Smooches in the bank.
I like
Use the
mistletoe.
mistletoe to cash in.
I'm not as angry about this as I was yesterday when I saw it.
If they use mistletoe in the bank,
Why
they
would
don't
you be
stop
angry over a
seconds
Teefus
at
segment? Unless
abbreviation.
it ran long.
No, honestly, because shit like this really does bother me. You know, I understand that they're all technically just models that have been trained to wrestle, and some of them have even
Hey,
gotten
whoa,
fat.
We use the word
whoa.
trained loosely.
Excuse me, duos, but Eve has a degree in engineering, and
That doesn't
well,
make
she
her
was
a
not a
fucking
model.
wrestler.
Okay, you know what? Eve also has a blue belt in Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, so don't fuck with her. And she does.
Yeah.
She's also
Okay, fine.
engaged
Not
with the
all.
brothers, and
She'll
does-
pretend that she is safe from a mugging attack and then get her ass kicked when she actually tries to defend herself from something like that.
Dude,
But at any rate, you know, they're mostly there now. They're mostly there just to be pretty. I get it,
eye candy.
but
Unless you're
it
the Bellatrix.
still just bugs the crap out of me. Like, I still can't even call it the Divas division because it's so stupid.
Actually, I think the Divas division is a fitting name considering what a diva actually is.
Yeah, that's what
I know, but it's
The
still
women's
just
division would be
bothers
a
me.
name that would not these ladies do not deserve.
They just use Divas division because they can fucking copyright it.
But,
but
you know,
how fucking junior high is this? I mean, oh, you get to kiss the guy you want to kiss.
yeah, you know, that's
apparently you're all 13 years old.
you know,
Yes.
but you
Like
know what?
Sadie Hawkins all over again.
The
I guess
reason I'm not as angry about it as I was last night is because I really started thinking about it, and
You're not
this was
supposed to think
supposed
you're
to
a
be a
woman.
joke.
WWE says that's wrong.
This was supposed to be a joke.
You know what the
The
funny
joke
thing is?
being is that, you know, like, Mick Foley or whoever set this up is so fucking clueless that they consider that a decent enough reward instead of a title shot. That's the joke. It's not supposed, they're not actually trying to say this is what women want.
Any other industry, any other company, there'd be a lawsuit.
Yeah. And I'm
don't
still
have to
annoyed
use
because
it.
it's still fucking stupid.
They don't
And
Is
I
it
have
7
still
minutes in
prefer to
heaven on a
actually
pole
see
match
fucking
now?
wrestling.
7 minutes in heaven on the pole match.
You
Oh
know
my
what the really funny thing is? Most of these women in this match probably think that winning is actually losing.
That's why it took
Ouch.
them so long to climb up the pole when the Bellas did it in half a second.
No,
They're trying to
just
fight
doing
their
their
way
job.
away from it.
It's like a reverse on the pole match. You have to stay away from what's on the pole.
At the end of 5
Actually,
minutes, whoever's closest to
no,
that
no,
corner
no.
has to do what we said you have to do.
Exactly. That's
No, shut the Bellas over there. It's one of the two of them.
anyway,
Backlash is right. We might be giving Russo ideas. You never know.
He's not.
God only knows how he gets those ideas.
The next match on the card was the most
He
puzzling.
watches Skinamax.
This was puzzling, yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, this puzzled me because Justin Gabriel got the jobber entrance. Then Jinder Mahal comes out
It did the
cuts a
job.
promo on how shitty Americans are for liking Christmas and buying stuff.
Also, we should also announce it that this was Justin Gabriel versus the global trending Jinder Mahal.
Oh, God.
Probably,
And then he
most of them
started
probably
to.
were like, most of them probably said, Jinder Mahal's still alive, #Raw.
Oh, my initial question was, he still works here?
Exactly. That jobber still has. That jobber's not back down in FCW. #Raw.
You can fit Jinder Mahal's eyes inside his nostrils. #Raw.
Hashtag SmackDown.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, shit.
Smack.
That's even more characters. The messages have to be shorter now.
I'm so used to I'm so used to SmackDown being taped because they don't get the Twitter bullshit in there with all the live trending crap because they
Yeah.
can't, and that's what makes it almost 10 times better. Almost.
Not tonight, though. Not tonight. Anyways.
Tonight was fine. You go fuck yourself.
Yeah, go back to Canada.
He hasn't left.
Go back
All
to
you
Mexico.
assholes are going to Canada, though.
Shut up and go back to Mexico.
We're not announcing that yet. Shut up.
Shh. Next year, goddammit. Jesus.
Yeah, we still got to iron out some details.
Oh, also, the
Funny.
greatest...
You never heard a thing, those of you listening at home. Moving on.
You know nothing. It's not like several of us have announced it in a thread somewhere.
So,
Go ahead, Arrow.
anyway, in the middle of this match, who else would come out but Ted DiBiase?
Oh, God, that's right.
Ted
Uh,
DiBiase
And
doing
he is skipping with the biggest smile on his face. He's got a Santa hat. Michael Cole mentioned that he's working a minimum wage job hanging out with the common man now because he blew his entire trust fund from his father.
Wow.
I
So-
think he's working a little more than a WWE superstar working minimum wage.
Wasn't that like a mid-90s thing where every wrestler had the side job?
Yeah,
Well, yeah, like the Repo Man.
but these days, once again, it's another, hey, let's troll TNA.
Yeah, I know.
So
I
the
don't
way
think that's what they're thinking. They don't view TNA as competition.
That doesn't mean they're not trying to troll them.
yeah, I think they just
I'd get my jokes in where I could.
saying here. Anyways,
At least they're creative and subtle enough about it that you're like, I don't know.
Ted is doing the anti-million-dollar man gimmick. I have
He's doing Dusty Rhodes' gimmick.
I know.
Just a common man.
which I actually like.
Sour baby.
I think this could work if they
And Cody
really,
Rhodes is doing Kane's gimmick.
yeah.
His eyes are open.
What?
He had sex with his dead girlfriend.
Oh.
That was just a mannequin,
was
and it was
Triple H.
Triple H.
That was Triple H? All these years I thought that was Glenn Jacobs.
Vicky, vote libertarian, Vicky. Yeah.
Brains out.
You're really
That's very
on!
convincing, though.
Anyway,
Triple H it's such a great actor. They should put him in movies. I would watch.
Oh, yeah, movies. I'm sure that'll go over so well.
Just so you know, in a
Like
couple
you
of weeks,
say,
it might burn when
he's
you
already in movies? Such great classic hits as Inside Out and The Chaperone?
for,
I didn't see those.
Okay,
I couldn't bring myself to watch his glorious films.
I'm gonna have
P.S.
to change.
I saw them both.
I
You
apologize,
poor bastard.
but
Paul Man's
until
trying to talk, and we're just going to keep talking over him, so let's keep going.
until they announced the name of the Triple H's movie, Inside Out, I thought this was another advertisement for The Chaperone because it had the exact same bass presence.
Because Triple H plays one character, a fresh out of jail man who was wrongfully imprisoned.
Trying to reconnect with friends,
His
family.
daughter. Or his family.
So,
Or his
like,
brother, that's a dumbass.
Good God, they're typecasting him.
Now, if they really wanted to typecast him, he'd be a vampire with a little bitch dog.
we do
No,
not talk about.
if they wanted to typecast him, they would typecast him as an Undertaker because he'd bury everyone.
Well, no, they could just.
We already have that character.
Yeah, its name is John Cena.
His name is Calloway.
Mark Callis, dumbass.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Calloway.
defying the jobber entrance, Justin Gabriel wins.
Every so often.
You got to keep you on your toes.
Well, see, no, the thing is, I completely disagree with the winner, because Jinder Mahal should have won by disqualification because Ted DiBiase threw an action figure at him.
Oh, did
It
it?
hit him. Yes, he did. It hit him in the gut.
Oh,
I
that's a
believe
good
it was
point.
A Sheamus action figure.
What was the action figure?
A Sheamus.
Oh, we'll get to Sheamus.
Creative use of Sheamus right there.
Subtle foreshadowing, maybe? Seriously.
Ew.
And product placement.
You've got Sheamus all over your chest. That's disgusting.
Oh my God.
No, the thing is, it was only announced. I couldn't really tell what it was, but Cole, who had a better view. Oh, a Sheamus action figure. Ooh, right in the ring.
Yeah, it's the Great White all over your chest.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Anyways, backstage party.
A little bit of red on the tip.
Yay.
And who else but Dusty Rhodes, baby, would show up. And the thing is, I was like legitimately shocked because Dusty Rhodes looks like he's dropped like 100 pounds.
Yeah, he looks
The
good.
last time I
Yeah.
saw him, he looked a lot skinnier. I don't know what they got him on there. I don't know if he's done that stomach stapling, but seems like it. Yeah.
And throughout this whole
and
segment, you
Goldust
can
was
just
there.
hear. Throughout this whole segment, you can hear Roddy Piper just talking in the background.
It was great. Also, there was a surprise Trent Beretta and Kurt Hawkins.
Yeah.
And Goldust in a sweater.
Yeah, Goldust in his costume sweater.
That was honestly probably one of the creepier things I've ever seen.
And Piper
That's
telling
saying
Johnny
a lot.
Curtis that if he has a problem with anyone, just spike their drink with eye drops.
Oh yeah, and then David Otunga walks in like a dick. That would be
I have my bow tie, Yogi.
boo-boo.
I don't think Mr. Laurinaitis is gonna like this very much, punk.
Well, Saint Mick
I'm
has got
easily
a
amused
special
tonight.
for you. You're gonna be in the special Miracle on 34th Street street fight. And
Boo Boo
he's
Tunga
like,
is now trending
okay.
worldwide.
And then who's your and then he's like, who's my opponent? And he's like, Randy Orton. And then
Randy Orton.
you can look at Otunga's face and he just soiled himself.
Yep. That's the face of a man who knows he's gonna job and job hard.
Also, he needs to stop slurping his coffee. Because it's fine to have the freaking mug there, but it's just. The thing is, the first time it happened, I didn't notice it. Second time, I was like, oh my god, that is really annoying. And then, I can't believe the microphones pick that up.
I think you're being trolled.
This was WWE the Troll edition.
Happy holidays,
So
troll.
because something upsets me, I'm automatically being trolled.
Yeah, they're trying to do something to get under your skin. You know, they're healing it up for you.
I think you're reading too far into this.
I think you're not reading too much. Enough. Something.
No, I think Otunga's
Wow.
a piece of shit.
I think your tax doesn't go too
You
far.
botched,
No.
you win.
See, when you use pronouns, no one knows who you're talking about.
Do you even know what a pronoun is?
Yeah. I took 3rd grade English once in my life, too.
I took it twice, so
Anyway.
hot.
That's embarrassing.
I kid, I only took it once.
That backfired.
You
And this
Colin.
is the man who is...
That was the
from-
point. Once again, not getting the joke.
No, I got the
Seriously?
joke, but, I thought our audience needed it to be pointed out to them.
Can I go and
Wow,
start playing
really?
New
Can I
Vegas
insult the
again?
audience?
Okay, no. Seriously, we're moving on now.
Fuck the audience for listening to this dribble. Turn it off.
Tyson Kidd versus Kofi Kingston. Tyson Kidd got the jobber entrance. This time it sticks. He loses.
I saw none of this until I came back from what I was doing and saw Kofi Kingston in a fucking deer hood.
Yeah, he walks over.
What
He-
the fuck?
Towards the
And
end of the
he
match,
won with a lateral press in 2011.
Towards the end of the match, he goes out and yells at Cole to give him his hood and his little nose thing for his reindeer costume. Cole's like, "Oh, what is this? I don't even." Oh. And he starts scrambling to take it off, and Kofi gets attacked from behind by Tyson, but beats him down. Takes the hood, grabs Tyson, throws him back in the ring, climbs up on the turnbuckle, and puts the hood and nose on himself. He's like, "Yeah, look at me!" And dives off the fucking. He dives off the fucking turnbuckle and hits a crossbody and pins Tyson Kidd for the win, wearing the hood.
First,
And then he poses with his title belt, his tag team title belt, with the hood still on and the nose.
Alone.
my first comment was, wouldn't Cole want to give that up as fast as possible?
I think he was caught by surprise. He's like, "Why does anyone else want this?"
Yeah, that'd probably be my reaction. She's like, are you serious? What?
I was like, why is he like? Shouldn't he be just like, yeah, take it, take it?
But it is worth mentioning that throughout the night, anytime they cut to the desk, he and Josh Matthews are just giving absolute deadpan serious commentary updates and stuff like that, wearing these ridiculous ass costumes, and they keep straight faces throughout it all.
Good for them.
Sometimes
It's amazing.
Sometimes Cole surprises me, I have to admit. But yes, way to make one of your champions look like a buffoon. He went for the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer spot.
You got
Yeah,
it.
I think a lot of what last night was supposed to be is fuck it, go out, have fun.
Yeah. At the
And
same time, though,
I don't begrudge them that. If they're
at the
having
same time,
fun,
though,
I'm
I
happy
think,
for them.
I think at the same time with Kofi, they're just kind of like, Jesus Christ, he should have gotten over by now. Let's just throw whatever we can at the wall. Do whatever the fuck you want. Try to get yourself over. You
Do
need
something
to
silly.
care. Yeah. Get some
Make the
care.
kids like you.
So he's basically pulling a Randy Orton, except Randy Orton doesn't have the whole, hey, this is kind of creepy when he does it, so it's kind of cool factor when he does something goofy.
Wouldn't it be a John Cena then?
No, because I'm talking about when like Orton does that weird smile with his tongue sticking out, or does that flying leg split kick.
Oh, yes.
Inspiration.
Good times.
Speaking of Randy Orton,
Dun dun dun.
we
No,
get-
wait.
Wait, we have to talk
We
about
have
this.
the backstage segment, and
Yeah.
I was yelled at for getting ahead of everyone.
Yeah, don't get ahead of everyone. Do you feel better now, Arrow?
No, fuck you.
Answer.
What was that about me?
Shut up, Mega.
Why the hell do you even own a microphone?
Anyway,
Staying on track. Please, God.
back
This show
at
has
the
gone
Christmas
about
party.
6 hours by now.
Back at the Christmas party in the back. Caitlin suggests Hornswoggle should ask Santa if he could be a little bit taller. Sheamus and Teddy talk about tonight's All I Want for Christmas Battle Royal. Sheamus wants to know what the winner gets, but Teddy doesn't know. Oksana walks up, and Teddy asks Sheamus to excuse them. And Teddy and Oksana talk about the Christmas party, and she brings a mistletoe up over his head, and he tells her to do what comes natural. So she doesn't kiss him. Instead, she just eats a piece of the mistletoe. And
That
says it
shit
tickled her
is
throat.
poisonous.
She says it tickles her tonsils.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the power of the toxins.
Oh my God. All I could think of the whole time was, dear God, someone either get her Ipecac or call poison control and make sure she doesn't need to go to the hospital.
Because, being Lithuanian equals stupid.
Yeah.
It
What do we
does.
say about them avoiding racism?
Yes.
That's not racism. That's
Lithuania's
just
not a
xenophobia.
race.
That's xenophobia, xenocentric.
Yeah.
It's
Even
ignorance.
still, it's just, yeah.
Eats the mistletoe.
So yeah, thanks for ruining your
It's like-
comedy segment by including.
It's like
deadly
Ralphie on The
toxins.
Simpsons. It's like Ralphie on The Simpsons. I ate the red berries. They taste like Bernie.
I just
At
had to
least
get
that was a good
I had to
episode.
quip about that.
Also, I think you're missing the big point here is that we're hinting
I'm
at
not.
Caitlyn healed her.
Nope.
Yeah, we are. She was picking on Hornswoggle. The WWE Universe loves Hornswoggle.
Everyone picks on Hornswoggle. That's not a healer face thing at all.
Faces
Yeah,
don't
then
do that.
Hornswoggle goes over every motherfucker in the show. Oh, oops,
Yeah.
spoilers.
Yeah.
Metalhead.
Anyways,
How would you
We're not
feel if you were a
spoiling a
totally
show that already
bodacious
happened.
chick like Caitlyn, and this little midget was like, grabbing at you? Come on, dude. Think
Wasn't,
about it.
though. He was literally up to him. That kind of scene started.
Teefus.
stop
were you having
eating
a
your
seizure?
controller,
We had to
Teefus.
call 911 for you?
I think the penguin has
Okay,
infected him.
Congratulations.
Oh God.
You rang?
Little people's court.
Shut up, Mega.
Randy Orton versus David Otunga in the Miracle on 34th Street fight.
The match with cookies.
The match.
That is how I will always think of this. This is
This
the
match
match.
was so awesome it even had cookies.
This was
That
that
was
cookie.
awesome.
I
It
love
even
the cookie sheet. The cookie sheet is just one item removed from those fucking trash tin cans. I'm sure you remember those hardcore matches where they just crumpled around people.
Yeah. It was a good match.
Oh, can I
It was
talk now?
fun.
Oh, okay. This match is
Yes.
great. It actually made Otunga. Well, it made it made him. This is the best match Otunga will be
Able to
in
pick
his
up.
career.
I
I
love
was
how
just
we can,
laughing.
sum up this thing. It's like,
And this just goes to show that Randy Orton is probably the best worker in the company.
the peak of your career is getting the shit kicked out of you on a Christmas episode of SmackDown in November. Uh,
Street fights usually suck, but this one didn't. And the thing is, I almost want to commend Otunga for taking all those bumps into Christmas trees.
yeah, if anything this match did, it showed us that you cannot throw people into too many trees during a match.
But the thing is, just like, I know they're like artificial, but even fake trees, like those, the fake bristles are just so coarse
Sharp.
and like abrasive to the skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll admit, he's a fucking trooper because I wouldn't want to get thrown into those goddamn things. Especially with all the ornaments, although I was the one calling for Orton to beat him with a tree.
Oh, that was another spot back during one of the party segments. The reason Caitlyn told Hornswoggle he wished to be taller is because he was trying to hang an ornament on a tree and he kept on dingling the ball into another ball. And I'm like, no, Hornswoggle, it's gay if the ball's touched.
Thank you, Teefus. We
So
needed
it was a
that.
funny joke.
You're
Yes.
laughing,
Sure.
I'm not laughing.
I'm sure our 6 fans will enjoy it.
We have more than 6 fans.
I hate you people.
-5. Wait, actually, how many cats?
We totally have like an even 10, I'm sure.
Cats are like 14, and so I'm not really that much of a fan. So
We only have
13
one person
-13
subscribing to
fans.
us on Blip, so if you haven't done that, subscribe already.
We have -13 fans.
Subscribe
That is not
everywhere. Twitter,
nonsense.
Blip, Hotmail. I don't know how you do
Just
that,
because
but
you're
do
being
it.
subscribed to on Twitter doesn't mean anything. There's a lot of people who just
No, no.
subscribe back if you're.
I'm telling people too.
Oh.
Moving
You
on.
should have done it like Zack Ryder then. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter.
Ah.
Watch the show.
Ah.
All I Want for Christmas Battle Royal.
Yes.
This was the weirdest fucking thing ever.
I missed most of this.
You didn't miss much.
I'm sure.
Sheamus ran a train through everyone, except for a few people. There was one point where Johnny Curtis got tossed out by Sheamus, and Michael Cole's like, "Who's that?" And then Josh Matthews is quiet for like 3 seconds, and then he's like, "Oh, it's Johnny Curtis." And then he's like, "That was Johnny Curtis." It's like, oh well, it doesn't matter who he is now. Then it comes down to the final 6, but there's really only 5 people in the ring.
Because Sheamus.
Yeah,
There's
Hornswoggle
heels.
had ducked under the ring at the very beginning to hide.
Yes. But the puzzling thing was that there were only one of those. There were 4 heels, 2 faces. The 2 faces being Sheamus and Hornswoggle. The 4 heels were comprised of Heath Slater, who, if you have not been listening to previous episodes I've been on, I fucking hate Heath Slater with every ounce of my being. There was Unico, who was one of the only other people who did not get a jobber entrance. And there was Tyler Rex. Yeah, that was weird. Tyler Rex after all this time.
Inexplicably.
And then
this
there
is like
was
the night of jobbers getting a high-profile spot against everyone.
Who was the last guy again? There's nobody important, but it was a weird choice too.
Jinder Mahal.
Oh, Jinder fucking Mahal working 2 matches in one night.
Yeah, he's pulling the Dolph.
Yeah.
So did Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd.
Yeah.
Actually, was Tyson Kidd in this? He was?
I think he was earlier on. I think he got knocked out early.
Yeah, okay.
Could be wrong though.
Yeah, anyway. Okay, so the 4 heels, they all like, oh, we gotta beat up Sheamus because he's been eliminating everyone and we all suck and we're like half his size. But if we work together,
we can be 2 times his size.
Exactly. Through the logic
That
of
works
math, we'll
mathematically
be about
too.
the size of the Big Show. Anyway, so they toss him out of the ring, and then they beat him up, and then they all get back in the ring, and they're like, "Hey, they're all about to fight," but then Jinder is like, "There's Hornswoggle under the ring." So then they fish Hornswoggle out and toss him back in there. Then they torture him. But then this all gives time for Sheamus to recover outside, and then he comes back and he's like, I'm gonna eliminate everyone here, and he does. And he's like, little one, eliminate yourself. And then Hornswoggle's like, no, I've got heart. I might be small, but I have heart. And then so
Pokemon?
Poor Yu-Gi-Oh! Believe in the heart of the ring.
It's all the
Heart of
same
the
shit. It's all a
cards.
card game.
heart of the mat.
The heart of the
Heart of the mat. I like it.
I like that too.
And then so he eventually what happens is Sheamus tries to toss him over, but Hornswoggle grabs onto the rope and hangs on, and then Sheamus stupidly
Steps
steps over the ring.
over the top rope.
Yeah, I don't get that. And
Onto
steps over
the
the top rope.
Guys,
and then he
guys.
carries-
Beep, 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 beep.
We
Telegraph.
have the talking space.
I think Arrow's at his wit's end.
What do you want to say?
I already
You
said
just
it.
cracked a telegraph joke, you jackass.
I don't get that.
Are you not human? You don't get any joke.
Moving on.
Like what? Oh, you were cracking the joke that Sheamus is gonna get eliminated. The people have already seen the show. They're here for analysis.
Shut up, Arrow. God.
Just
Anyway.
Arrow, just finish.
Ugh.
He carries Hornswoggle onto the outer apron, and then Hornswoggle, through some sort of skullduggery and leprechaun magic, wins the Battle Royal by pulling Sheamus off or something. Pushing him off. And then Sheamus just laughs it off like, oh, you little bugger.
Why, you little. It
The-
was funny. It was a pretty funny last little bit of that match once they got down to the final two. So they're just going back and forth like, no, you get out of the ring. No, you get out of the ring. And
I thought it was good.
even went so far as to kick Sheamus in the shins. Like,
Yeah.
You see Sheamus starting to get all pissed off, and he runs back in after Hornswoggle, and Hornswoggle kind of runs from him. But then like, fuck you. We're laughing. We're friends.
I'm surprised they didn't because they try and bill him as a leprechaun. I'm surprised they didn't try and do some bullshit there.
Yeah.
Because he's Irish. Haha.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
More Christmas party.
Yep. Back in the back, the
Actually,
Bella.
what about that weird little plug that was thrown in there for Neverland?
Oh God.
They're just gonna go through every classic fairy tale they can think of, huh?
Anyway, so they
Didn't
got.
we already have this? Wasn't it called Hook and it sucked?
No, Hook is a movie,
Hook was awesome.
and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Isn't this like
That
young
Dustin
Peter
Hoffman
Pan?
and you fucker. And that guy from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
What I'm thinking of is the fact that they've already done Wizard of Oz, which
Bob Hoskins.
wasn't that bad.
Tin Man? What was that called?
Yeah,
Tin
Tin Man wasn't that bad. Alice was kind of stupid. Alice was lame.
Didn't they have Red Riding Hood too?
I don't know.
I think they had Red Riding
These
Hood.
are the only two I can think of. But
It was
anyway.
around the time of Hoodwinked came out. But anyway, we digress. Back at the party, and the Bellas are talking to Ricardo Rodriguez, and Piper and Dusty are also just shooting the shit. And Foley Claus walks up with Hornswoggle and talks about what he wants. Sheamus walks up and says Hornswoggle wants the ability to talk. And Foley hugs Hornswoggle, and he starts talking like normal. He's just running around like pointing at random objects like tree, present, chair,
Twins!
and he runs up behind Vicky Guerrero and yells, "Grandma!" And she turns around and goes, "Excuse me?" He goes, "Excuse me! Excuse me! Excuse me!" And they just go back and forth until she storms off like that. And
I don't know why, but that actually got a laugh out of me.
Yeah.
I guess anytime. Comedy bits with Vicky just always manage to cheer me up.
And
I don't know what it is.
And he goes off and Dream and Piper walk up to the front, and they're like, "Yeah, that was interesting." And Foley walking goes, "Hey guys, what just happened?" And they're like, "Wait a minute, if you're over here, then who's dressed as Santa?" And they look back over at the chair Santa was sitting in, and Santa is gone. And Piper and Dream just both look at their eggnog cups and put them back on the table and walk away.
Well, they dump them back into the bowl and then walk away.
Yeah.
And
So.
there actually was sleigh bells playing in the background when they were doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole show, I guess we should mention, it's snowing in South Carolina.
Yeah, they digitally added snow to outside shots of South Carolina.
And then they're like, it's snowing in the arena.
That's show business for you. Anyway,
Then we
Daniel
get
Bryan
that,
is
AJ.
Daniel Bryan is warming up, and AJ walks up and wishes him luck. She kisses him before walking off, and Matt Stryker walks in for pre-match comments. And Bryan says, "Sooner or later, everyone taps." Never heard that phrase before.
No.
Anyway, yeah, not really much to go off from here. It's just hyping the cage match before a commercial break.
Yeah, because it's next.
It's next, brother.
Yet again, I missed a good
During this
chunk
commercial
of
break,
this.
we're going to go down there. We're going to be shooting that cage
I
right
can't
up.
believe you missed this.
I had to
You
do
couldn't
shit.
miss this for the world.
Yeah, I had to.
You know what? I never want to hear anyone give me shit about playing Arkham City again.
Why?
I didn't have a fucking choice.
Neither did I. I had people to save.
I had real
They
life
started
things
save
to do.
themselves from the Riddler.
Aren't you really competing for trophies, not doing anything story related?
Quiet, I'm directing.
Oh my god.
Direct.
Match.
$5 if anyone can name where that quote is from.
I'd rather not have
I'd
U.S.
never
dollars
save the
right
money.
now.
This guy. All right. Anyway, steel cage match time for the world heavyweight title. Daniel Bryan versus Mark Henry. I could get a job announcing. Anyway,
Yeah, it's some local indie promotion.
hey, it's better than nothing.
Don't tell that to Genghis.
I don't know. Is this better than nothing? I ask myself that every day.
We made $30, and that's 30 more than nothing.
It's not my $30.
We've made 30?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Anyway, Mark Henry is out, and Daniel Bryan is out, and Mark Henry's leg is all taped up. And you get the formal ring introductions and the bell, and Bryan immediately tries
Ominous
to
cage
climb out of the cage.
music.
What?
Ominous cage lowering music.
Oh yeah, there's no music tonight.
No,
There's
there
no-
was.
No, there wasn't.
Yeah, there was.
I didn't hear it.
I had it. I heard it.
Can we get an impartial?
I don't know.
I can look
Anyone?
it up right now.
Impartial judge here? Was there ominous cage lowering music?
I don't remember.
There was before.
Okay. All right, I concede to your wonderful and glorious superior memory skills there, Arrow. Dick. Anyway,
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
no, of course not. Anyway, so that's the difference between him and me. I have the class to never say cunt during a recording.
I've never said that.
Just like I never played Arkham City.
No, you do that.
Back on track.
Do.
John Cena, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway,
TFS is poopy.
Anyway,
See,
Daniel Bryan immediately. Oh God, we're trying to do the fucking match analysis.
We're almost done.
I didn't think No. I was
5 minutes from the end, and I make one poop joke. No, he made the poop joke, not even me. It was
Get
him.
to the fucking match.
Get off the show!
break your microphone, megaphone.
Oh my
Like
god.
snap. Do whatever. I mean, if it's on board your laptop or whatever, just like break the screen.
Okay.
Best show of our first year, right here.
Let's do the match. Here. Okay. Damn it. Man, you gotta do it.
Okay. After the ominous music, we get it's basically it's a pretty standard Mark Henry match, though. Bryan, being as good as he is, does really make this match quite enjoyable. At least I thought.
I thought it was a good match.
I mean,
I gotta say, I've really turned the corner on being a fan of this title run for Mark Henry.
they have. I don't know why it took them 12 years, but they finally figured out how to book Mark Henry.
Hey, to be fair, it was 15.
Anyways, one part
Sexual, baby.
one part I really liked, simply because it reminded me of almost every wrestling game I've ever played. Right at the start, Bryan runs to get out of the cage immediately.
I know, right?
That never fucking works. Don't waste your time.
Like that
Unless
always.
you're playing like a 5-year-old or no one is holding the other controller next to you, it doesn't work.
They're just like running against the wall. The wall. Like, hey, how do I pull you down? Come on, this isn't fair.
And then you physically hit them.
Yeah.
Jesus,
What? You don't support violence towards little children? Little children are little shits. I hate them.
I agree with the arrow.
Well, I've never actually hit
Thank
a
you.
child.
Finally, somebody does.
Well, I've never actually hit a
I've
child.
agreed with you several times tonight.
I have to agree that, yeah, kids suck.
Don't have them. Lower the population.
If they're already there, you just kind
Screw
of
you
gotta.
guys.
Eventually, they'll grow out of it. But
Post-birth abortions.
all right. Anyway. Okay. We're getting into weird territory here.
Now we're
Yes,
talking
we
about
are.
post-birth. Ha ha ha. Actually, that was more of a joke because it was a post-birth. That's just called.
Okay, we've been doing this long enough. Daniel Bryan is about to slip out of the top when Henry grabs him, and unfortunately, Daniel Bryan does this really obvious going back into the cage spot, and then
Does it like three times.
No. See, the thing is, Mark Henry grabbed his arm, and he's the world's strongest man, so he pulled him back in.
All right, then.
They do this spot 3 times.
Jumped off the turnbuckle. Mark Henry was being generous.
They do this spot 3 times in one little spot. It's like a mega spot of 3 smaller separate spots of the same thing.
It was perfectly paced and teased well.
And then Mark Henry hits the world's strongest, I guess since it's on the top rope, strongest slam.
The world's strongest knee blowout.
The super world's strongest slam.
The super world's strongest slam.
It's always super when it's from the top rope.
That's true.
It's from the middle rope.
Close enough. We saw how long it took Big Show.
Sort of.
We're
saw
not
how
arguing
long it took
semantics.
Big
We're doing
Show
a
to do
fucking
that.
show.
Could you imagine how long?
Strongest slam.
No. Semi-super strongest slam.
Semi-super strongest slam.
The fucking slam. He slams him off the fucking
man landing on his knees.
Mark Henry retains. That's the end of your show.
Yippee.
Yeah, he held the title high, and there was minor Teddy Long. God damn it! Fuck Teddy Long. I don't care how nice he is in real life.
Yeah, at least he was distracted from the rest of the show by trying to get Oksana to puke up mistletoe.
Yeah, no kidding.
What if that was legit mistletoe, and they didn't tell her? They're just trying to.
That'd be fucking hilariously, disgustingly evil.
That would
and
be
then
really
they'd
fucked
arrest
up.
this man. But then they'd reveal that she's just whatever.
That's when Oksana sues WWE for more money than Lithuania makes in a year.
What did you just call her?
Dead. She can't sue for shit.
What did you just call her?
Oksana. I called her Oksana. You know, like the good old down south girls. Oh, good old.
But you're up north.
He's Canadian. Let it go.
I live in the
Southern Canadian.
Mexico North.
When did we let Scott Steiner in here?
Anyway, it's time to play everyone's favorite game.
Rape.
No.
What?
You are dark.
You're crossing into butt monkey territory.
Please, Mr.
What
Teefus,
gets
I'm
more
sorry,
screen
I
time
crossed
than
the
Jay
line.
Lethal?
Give me apple pie. From head to toe.
The real Santa Claus got more screen time than Jay Lethal.
The real
Mistletoe got more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Vicky Guerrero being called grandma got more screen time than Jay Lethal.
We should have done what got more screen time than Mae Young in her hometown.
I like that better. Vicky Guerrero got called grandma more times than Mae Young got airtime in her hometown.
My answer remains the same.
I just reiterated.
Hopefully, Poison Control got more screen time than Mae Young in her hometown.
Oh, Tonga getting
Well, obviously
tossed
didn't get
in
any
circles threes
screen
got more
time.
screen time than me getting interrupted.
Sorry.
Upskirt shots of the Bella twins.
They were wearing skirts
Yeah.
I think so.
with
Everyone.
basically ring gear underneath, so it's like, who cares?
Yeah. But it was on a pole, so.
But it was on a pole.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're
yeah,
done.
For Revolver Man, Arrow, and Duos, because I don't think we'd be able to get through it if we did it individually. I'm Teefus. This is DarkMatch. Good night. Good luck.
Thank you for
Pro
listening. To the
wrestling
whole
on
thing.
motorcycles.
Stop listening.
What the fuck? I agree. They didn't need to be making fun of Foley for being so much.
Oh, unprofessional.
Okay.
We doing
more-
call-ins
more-
on this podcast now? What the fuck?
No, we don't. This is
Professionalism.
more
You're
bullshit.
soaking in it.
Shut up, Mega Fighter. This is more bullshit from the guy who's like, oh, you can't play Arkham City during a show. That's unprofessional. You need to pay attention. Blah, 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 blah. I'm Canadian. Woo, look at me.
What the